You were crucified with Christ 2,000 years ago. Let me explain. There are 25,000 pages here in this stack of Bibles. If one page represents one day, these are all the days of my 68-year-old life. The first 3 Bibles, 3,600 pages, go from my day of birth to age 10, assuming that's when I became accountable to God. Now, let's say I live another 1,000 days to age 71. So I'm adding 1,000 pages. 26,000 days total. Now, at the end of today, I want you to write down everything you said and thought and did, down to the tiniest detail. You are creating your script for today, right? Now, would it surprise you to find out that God had that script in His possession thousands of years ago? Your life, my life, everything I do and say has been scripted, written with precise detail in the book of my life that's kept in heaven for God's eyes only. Before the world was made, before time began, God knew what I would do and say today. Psalm 139 says, "In your book were written, every one of them, the days that were formed for me." A scientific phenomenon called Bible codes, equidistant letter sequences, reveal that our life, our movie script of our life, is encoded on every page of the Bible. Michael Drosnin's classic book, The Bible Code, contains the mathematical proof of this in the appendix. Now, imagine this is Jesus hanging on the cross, body beaten to a bloody pulp, hole in his side. I'm standing at the foot of the cross. Actually, my soul is standing here, since that's how I existed 2,000 years ago. I'm holding the book of my life script, all 26,000 pages. I open to page 1. My first day of accountability, age 10. May 17, 1963, and I hold it up to Jesus. He sees my sins for that day, and He suffers the horrible penalty for my disobeying God. He takes the hit instead of me. Then I turn to page 2, May 18th, 1963. He sees each sin I'm going to commit for that day. He pays the heavy price of my going against God. Page 3, May 19th. That should be me up there screaming in agony. I'm the guilty one. Page 4, May 20th, 1963. All the way to page 25,000, today's date. All my life's sins are dealt with. Jesus identifies with every unkind word, thought, and deed written in my script in Bible coding language. His identification, His connection with me is so intimate. Jesus becomes me. We become one flesh. When His face is beaten beyond recognition, I see my face where His had been. That's when I realize I have been crucified with Christ. But wait, there's more. Jesus also saw today's script, starting at page 25,000, going forward. Jesus gives me the power to overcome sin before I do it. He gives me the power to make right choices starting today. I'm no longer a prisoner of my script. I can claim power over my sin before it happens later today. The same power Jesus tapped into when he rose from the grave. The power to do what's humanly impossible. The power to love God, love others, and love myself.